Hello folks, and how you doing today? This is Justin from the Ottawa Expositor. Today is the 7th of June 2014, and today I'd like to talk about the Moncton shooting and the events surrounding it. I don't have too much to say. I just want to make some clarifying points on the details of the event. I know that the pictures... people are saying that was taken by the police. Now, I did a little bit of searching on that, and I couldn't find a police source on it. It was actually the Moncton Times and Transcript. I think it's Moncton Times for short. You might want to take a look into that. I saw a name. It was Peter Hemsworth. And when I did a search on his name, it looked like he was just a regular citizen in Moncton who had taken pictures of the event, and then they sent it to the local newspaper, the Moncton Times and Transcript. So that being said, I'm going to post the links down below that show that. I'm not 100% sure on this. I mean, I'm just seeing what I've been looking up, and I didn't see any evidence of police taking that picture. So it's definitely something that's important to clarify, as I have heard a few people mention it. The other thing as well, not as many people did mention this. I had originally brought this up and I was going to make a video on it. I was like, what was the porta potty doing there in that video? As you can see there, there was a porta potty pretty much in the middle of the road. Now, I actually have a friend who was one street away, and she actually said that there was construction going on. So, to the best of my knowledge, I did hear that confirmed as well. Someone told me that was on the police report on their radio. Now, I haven't actually listened to the footage myself, but I did hear that somebody did find that on the radio. So, that being said, I'm not 100% sure if this is like a staged event in itself, like the problem, reaction, solution. I'm not sure if the problem is actually set up like in many other shootings in the recent past. What it's looking like to me is that it was just a tragic event. Now, that being said, as I go on and watch the news footage of this event, that looks it looks quite scripted. I mean, I can't prove anything. I'm going to show you a video coming up here now of Press for Truth talking. It was Dan of Press for Truth that went to Moncton, and he's speaking with these two people, and wow, like it doesn't seem like these are real people. I mean, it kind of does, but they're just like anti-authority. Oh yeah, that must be it. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't look 100% authentic to me. And I mean, just the constant barrage against conspiracy theorists, those that are quote unquote anti-authority. That's the first time I've ever heard that term used, by the way. There just seems to be a lot of language and a lot of interviews with the police, with other people, that we're all just complacent. It's okay to shut down an entire city because whether you like hearing it or not, I mean, the police were unable to subdue who they were going after. I mean, anyways. So, here's the video.
Congratulations to the police force.
Word has just come in about 45 minutes ago that they've caught the shooter. What are your thoughts about how this all began? When did you first hear about the whole incident in general?
Well, I heard about it last night. I was just getting home from work, and one of my friends texted me and just told me to go on Twitter right away, and we seen it. And then it just seems super surreal. I mean, it doesn't happen around here at all. So, and then especially when you hear cops getting shot, I mean, it's terrible.
So scary.
Yeah, things have probably been kind of spooky around here. I've seen some of the pictures with big tanks and a lot of
police everywhere. There's like 300 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's,
from everywhere. PI, St. John, everywhere.
oh, they came in from other jurisdictions?
Here too, but they just came for backup and help.
What's the security been like? I've heard that people are not allowed to leave their homes.
Yeah. There was a huge area sanctioned off for. It was voluntarily, but they were asked not to for their own safety. I know that. I know myself. I was out of it, but even we were all making sure we were doing the precautions. We were keeping our doors locked, lights on outside.
People are willing to listen. They were doing whatever the authority told them to.
I know myself. I seen his Facebook pages and stuff, and they're extreme, like pro gun rights and all anti anything.
Authority.
Any authority. Yeah, that's the word.
And what are your views on the gun rights in general? Some people are wondering about if people should be able to defend themselves against a lone crazy nut with a gun if they were armed with guns. Do you think people should be able to have guns around here in Moncton?
Now I do realize where people come with from that. I mean, it's always a big deal in the States too, but I don't know. It's for the most part it's worked for us in Canada where. We have pretty good gun regulations as far as I know, and I have no idea where he got the guns he had because as far as I know they were like military grade guns. So.
And he seemed pretty good with them. He seemed to know what he was doing. Facebook wall, just all about guns and like gun rights and like it was bad.
And what brought you guys down here tonight?
Just actually wanted to come and say thanks to the cops. I mean, they did a fantastic job and they're the real heroes in all of this. So.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know. Well, I can't say I know what it's like, but I'm sure the three that did pass away, I'm sure they were all friends, and that's got to be a terrible feeling. So.
Yeah.
Hey, so I mean, as you see there, I mean, like I once again, I don't know if it's scripted, but I think at this point in Canada, I don't know if it needs to be. I think that we're so complacent to our authority and basically like that's our culture. I mean, I'm not sure, how many people are American, but you guys fought for your independence. We were given a charter of quote unquote rights and freedoms, which, it's another example of the complacent mindset of Canadians, especially when it comes to gun rights, maybe even individual rights, things that aren't necessarily agreed upon by the majority. I mean, we really, we're really easy to persuade for the most part. And a lot of Americans don't tolerate the crap that they get from their government. Well, aside from complaining about Harper, which they're just going to vote in another Bilderberg member, the Canadians just don't do much complaining. They don't really look into the issues. They don't think about it. As you can see there was nothing really mentioned about the psychological situation that Justin was in. And it's really all about, he was talking about gun rights, man. And he's anti, I mean, did you hear that? What was it? Anti everything. Oh, anti-authority. Yeah, that's what it is, yeah. I mean, even if it wasn't, like, it doesn't have to be scripted. This is how Canadians are. They don't think of, hey, maybe if, each person in that trailer park was armed, this guy probably would have lasted about 10 minutes, like this. Did you see that picture? I'll show it here now. I mean, there's no cover, there's no cover that he is under right now. I mean, anybody that sees him as a threat that is causing harm, I mean, they could have taken him out. I mean, he's not omniscient. He doesn't know where everybody is hiding behind, Another thing too. I mean, another thing we should be looking into: how did five policemen get shot? And that's another thing that the media isn't talking about. They have no problem really mentioning, that he was looking into gun rights, or sorry, that he was into gun rights, and he was always at a shooting range. He's anti-authority. He was homeschooled was another one, which is absolutely ridiculous. I know plenty of people that are homeschooled, and they are much more brilliant because of it than a lot of people in our public school system. But anyways, I digress on that. But I mean, they're just focusing towards being the judge, the jury, and the executioner. The media is, and it's ridiculous. So anyways, I'm not 100% sure whether or not it was a staged event of any case. I just see a lot of it's coming for us. We're not going to have individual rights anymore if we don't do something about this. And I think it's really important to remember those 2 points, especially with the saying that the police took that picture, because I don't see any evidence of that. And I could be wrong. Please post it if I am, and show me that I am. But it just seems we need to be very careful as the target of this event. The media is really going after people that are for gun rights, and we need to be very careful. And that includes watching out for our fallacious reasoning when we are trying to decipher what really happened in the event without the aid of mainstream media to dictate to us what did. So, guys, be careful. Be smart about it, and basically take care, because this seems like it's just only going to get worse. Justin Bryant out.